सहस्रारका किया विभेदन ये हम पर उपकार है भारी सहस्रारका किया विभेदन ये हम पर उपकार है भारी माँ निर्मल हो भर दो हम में माँ निर्मल हो भर दो हम में अपनी ये निर्मलता सारी माँ हे माँ सहस्रार स्वामिनी सहस्रार स्वामिनी सहस्रार स्वामिनी महानिर्मल तुम्ही सहस्रार स्वामिनी महानिर्मल तुम्ही वंदन करते सहयोगी जन सहस्रार स्वामिनी महानिर्मल तुम्ही वंदन करते सहयोगी जन दो कर जोड़े तब चरणन में दो कर जोड़े तब चरणन में करे समर्पित तन और मान हे महा सहस्रार स्वामिनी हे महा सहस्रार स्वामिनी हे महा सहस्रार स्वामिनी हे महा सहस्रार स्वामिनी सहस्रार स्वामी सहस्रार स्वामी
Welcome everyone to the program today. Today we have people joining us in the hall and also online. My name is Jenny. We also have another two presenters today, Pranav and Nayana, who you will meet soon. Today the program is all about balance. It is bringing ourselves into the center. So today we're going to start with, after Pranav will introduce Sahaja Yoga. He will tell you about the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Srimati Nirmala Devi. And then we will have our realization for those people who haven't attended a program before. And realization is about awakening the energy within us, known as the Kundalini, and connecting us to the all-pervading power. After that, we will have a candle treatment to help clear our left side. And then we will move on to a foot soak to clear our right side. If you're at home and you have a couple of minutes to get those things ready, if you don't have them at home, that's okay. You can still enjoy the meditations without them. Also, for those people at home, there is the opportunity to post questions online, and we'll try our best to answer those questions by the end of the program. So now I'm going to hand over to Pranav, who will give you some background on Sahaja Yoga.
Hello, everyone. Good to see a nice turnout. Move that to the side. Is this working? Oh, okay. So how many people have tried meditation before? Bit more than half? Decent number. Oh, cool. So what's your guess? What's your take on what meditation is? Does anyone want to try guess? Or, like, when would you say you're in meditation? In thoughtless awareness. What does that mean?
When I have no thoughts.
No thoughts. Okay. Anyone else want to try be in the present? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. Exactly that. So there's a lot of different types of meditation around, and what meditation is understood differently by a lot of people. In Sahaja Yoga, it's very similar to a lot of the traditional styles of meditation, very similar to Zen, very similar to a lot of those older ones, in that exactly that phrase, thoughtless awareness. So you're aware, you're not hypnotized. You can hear all the sounds around you, you can hear me. If you've got your eyes open, you can see everything, but you're thoughtless, and exactly that, you're in the present. And understanding what the present is also comes in that meditation, because as soon as I say this word, it's in the past. Yeah, right on the money there. Now, Sahaja Yoga meditation was introduced by Srimataji Nirmala Devi. She's not around on Earth anymore, but she gave these sessions to thousands, millions of people around the world for years and years. And introduced this meditation, which is all ancient knowledge that was traditionally in Sanskrit, that has been brought into English, brought around the world. And one of the greatest things is that she's explained how this works. So you don't need a book, you don't need to constantly take courses. You learn and you get better at it, and you can go away and do it completely on your own if you want. But it is always stronger when it's a lot of people together focusing on the same thing. Just as how in a library, you all come together, you do your own thing, but you're in the same space doing the same thing, and it just works better. So how this system works, there's a system within us. It's overlaid on the nervous system. There is a lot of research that correlates this to medicine. I won't bore you with that. But I will explain roughly how the system works in a more general sense. And then we can go into the process of getting this system working. So you've got three main channels. So this left one over here, the blue channel, the yellow one, which is the right, and then the central channel. Now, you've also got chakras. For anyone that's been to meditations, you would have heard that word. They are energy centers. In the medical world, they're nerve clusters. And they look after all your organs in that region, generally. There is an energy called the Kundalini. It's an energy that sits in the sacrum bone. Again, it's interesting that it's called the sacrum bone. Obviously, the Greeks knew it was something special, sacred. It's the same. And this energy, when awakened, moves up your center channel and then pierces the top of your head. Now, you can't see it, but you can feel it. You feel it as a breeze. You can feel it in a quiet room. If it's windy outside, you might feel it as a different temperature when you put your hand up on top. So this energy getting working, when it starts flowing, that is the process. That's when you know you've realized yourself. That's when you get this whole system working, and then you can use that energy to clear yourself out, to work on the different channels that represent not only the organs, but also different parts of your personality, different parts of your mental and emotional state. And you can really use to fix things, to tailor things. If you're a person that's stressed out, you can calm yourself down. If you're a person that's really depressed, you can very easily and very quickly get yourself out of those states, and then go. So yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, highlight the fact that meditation is a state, and you do all of this stuff to get to that state of meditation. So these three channels. So the left channel, it symbolizes, it's the more feminine energy within it. It symbolizes the moon channel, and it tends to be emotional in nature. It's where a lot of your desires come from, and people tend to be right-sided to varying extents. If you're very left-sided, those sorts of people are very depressed, and they find it really, really hard to get out of bed in the morning, and get caught up in other people's problems, and they're the kind of people that will come to you. You know, they always have a sub story in their mind. Now, the right channel is essentially the opposite of that. These people think a lot. They keep thinking and thinking and thinking and never enjoy the moment. Now, I'm an engineer. It's a side I swing on quite often. Now, so this channel, again, the problem with that is that people of this nature tend to get very aggressive and can't slow down. All of their organs are they're in overdrive. So that's not good either. Where we want to be is in the center channel, which is when both of those channels are in balance. That's when you automatically hit the center channel. Any questions so far? Very content audience. Okay, cool. I think because we started a bit late, so I'm trying to get a little bit short. But if you've got questions, feel free to come forward after the program and ask us those questions. We're more than happy to answer them. Can be about this, can be about the instruments, whatever you'd like. Now, one of the cool things about Sahaja Yoga is that there are multiple ways of how you can go about pulling yourself into the center channel. You also, other than these channels, you've also got chakras. I think for this session, it'll be a bit much to go into it, so we will generally work on but if you've got questions, again, and in further sessions, we will tell you more and more about them. There is also a wealth of free information online. Just put it in Google and it should come up. Now, these channels, there's lots of different ways to fix them. So you can do it through sounds, through music, which is put a lot of emphasis on music. And often you will find that there's different music that you resonate with. You know, when you listen to something in the morning or in the evening, it relaxes you, or it helps you wake up, or it helps put you in a good place. And what's that doing on a subtle level is that it's a better place. Similar to that, we use the different elements around us, so the 5 key elements, and we will go through a couple of techniques today to help with the left and right channel. So one of them is using the fire element. Now, this left channel is depressive, and if you were to associate it with the temperature, it's cold. It's almost like you're in. That's where it helps. You're helping, well, in a way, melt it, not physically, but figuratively. Melt it and bring yourself back into the center. And the other thing with fire is that it's purifying. Nothing can go in it and come out more polluted. And so, in a way, that's helping you with that. Water is for the right channel. So, you know, when someone's really aggressive, you put a bucket of water on their head. You know, it cools them right down. And you're doing a very similar thing. You're doing that. Obviously, not getting yourself wet. You put your feet in a bucket of water, but our other presenters will take you through that a little later today. This works, all of these elements, they resonate with you when the system is working. We call and you can feel it on your hands. Some people feel it on their body. Most people feel it the first time around as soon as you get it, but there are a lot where it takes them weeks and months. And the thing is that this system is very, very personal. No one's got the same, some people will find it hard to get up in the morning. Some people will find it hard to go to sleep at night. Some people think a lot more than others. Everybody will have a different mix of how much your left and how much your right is out of order. And similarly, different chakras. And so you have to find, we can show you lots and lots of techniques, but you've got to find what is right for you. What is your system, what state it's in. And some things resonate with you better than they resonate with other people. So we will try and give you this tool chest, and hopefully you can find what you can work with to get into that state of meditation. When you're in meditation, that's where you want to be. So at that point, you do nothing and just enjoy it. Getting the system working. So we have a process called self-realization, and that is realizing yourself. In Sahaja Yoga, the self is the spirit. And so you've got to learn who you are. There's something that drives your mind, there's something that drives your heart. There's people in the world that have had different parts of their brain that weren't working, and they still live. So that's obviously not the self. And so this self lives in your heart, and it's called the spirit. These chakras, they're reflected on the left and on the right channels. So funnily enough, in Sahaja Yoga, we've got 3 hearts. We've got one in the center and the left and the right. So the spirit sits on the left heart in Sahaj. When it connects with this Kundalini, that's when you awaken the system. This whole thing is called the subtle system. Like I said earlier, it's a system. There are different questions Jenny's going to present to you all. Hopefully you can follow along and just ask yourself and affirm. And that it's as simple as that, getting into this state of meditation. The first time around, called self-realization. Once you've done it the first time, you don't have to do it again and again, but it never hurts. Have a refresher and get it stronger. So just a little bit more about Srimataji before I pass it on. Is that, like I said, she's been around the world, done lots of free programs. She's been nominated for the Nobel Prize multiple times. Her husband, he was the Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization. So, she's been very active all around the world for lots and lots of different demographics. And so we credit her today. She is also a guru, and different gurus have different qualities, and one of hers is to be able to help awaken the subtle system, and that's what she's taught us, and so we can pass that on, which is why we have her picture here today. Without further ado, I'll pass it on to Jenny to take you through that process. Can everyone just turn their phones on silent, just as courtesy to everyone else? Thank you.
All right, so as Pranav mentioned, this is the self-realization process. This is the awakening of your own othering energy within you. With the realization process, she comes up your spine, she passes through your mind and out the top of the head. As she passes through your mind, she creates a space between your thoughts, and this is the beginning of meditation. He also mentioned about the affirmations that we say, and we place our hands on particular energy centers. So what I'll do is I'll go through it now so you know where to place your hands, and then we'll close our eyes and go through the realization. So we start with both hands out on our lap. We'll start with our right hand on our heart, our physical heart. Then we'll go down to the left side of the stomach. So you use your right hand all the way through. Use your right hand all the way through. The left hand stays palm up on your lap. Then you take your right hand down to your left hip. Then you bring your hand back up to the left side of the stomach, onto your heart. Then where your shoulder meets your neck. And then your forehead. And then at the back of the head. And then at the top of the head. And as Pranav mentioned, if you've already got your realization, this will deepen your realization. Every time we meditate, more strands of the Kundalini come up, deepening the meditative process. So you can start now. You can look at the photo of the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri. And when you find that your mind is beginning to slow down, you can close your eyes. And take a couple of breaths. So we'll start by placing our right hand over our heart. And here we're going to start by asking inside ourselves of this mothering energy within us a very important question. And it's probably a question that you've already asked yourself at some stage in your life. So here inside ourselves we say, Mother Kundalini, who am I? What is my purpose? Am I more than my thoughts, my actions, my responsibilities, my emotions? Who am I? Help me to know my powers, my strengths. Mother Kundalini, who am I? We'll now take our hand to the left side of the stomach and we'll ask our Kundalini another question. Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Am I in control of myself? My thoughts, my words, my actions? Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? We're now going to move our hand down to the left hip. And here is the seat of the pure knowledge within us, the knowledge of our spirit and the knowledge of the divine. So here we're going to ask for our reconnection to this knowledge by saying, Mother Kundalini, please connect me to the pure knowledge I have within me. Mother Kundalini, please connect me to the pure knowledge I have within me. Now, as soon as we ask this question, our Kundalini begins her upward path. So to help her along this path, we're going to place our hand once more to the left of the stomach. And once the Kundalini begins her upward path, there is a very subtle change that happens within us. And we move towards being our own master. So here we say, Mother Kundalini, I am my own master. Master my thoughts, my words, my actions. We'll now take our hand back on the heart, and we can answer the very first question we asked. Mother Kundalini, more than this mind, this body, these responsibilities. I am the pure spirit. Pure silence, joy, peace. Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. And just say this a few times to yourself. Mother Kundalini, I am the spirit. We can now place our hand where our left shoulder meets the left side of the neck. And here this energy center will block if we feel guilty. So here we can say with full confidence, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Help me to see that guilt is a useless emotion that keeps me locked in the past. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. We can now place our right hand across our forehead. And the quality of this energy center is forgiveness. So to allow the Kundalini to pass through this center, we need to forgive. And we need to remember that forgiveness is a gift to ourselves. So here we can say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive. And know that every time you say this, your Kundalini helps you to move towards forgiveness. Mother Kundalini, I forgive. We'll now take our hand to the back of the head. And here, for our own peace of mind, we're going to ask divine power forgiveness. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for any mistakes I have made, knowingly or unknowingly, against my spirit and against the divine. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me. So now we're one step away from our realization. To complete this process, we're going to place our right hand at the top of the head and press down with your palm quite firmly and massage your scalp in a clockwise direction, because this is the way that the Kundalini turns. And here, with our full attention where our hand is, ask for our realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my realization. Please give me my connection to the divine power. The divine bliss. The divine joy. Mother Kundalini, please take me beyond my thoughts and into the silence. We can lift our hand up above our head about 10 or 20 centimeters and try to settle your attention where your hand is. When you feel your attention is settled, you can place your hand back down into your lap, but keep your attention at the top of the head. And we'll sit silently in meditation for a short while. right hand to the body, touching the top of the head and lifting up. A couple of times. And then on the final, very, it may feel warm, it may be tingling at the top of the head. All of this is an indication has worked. Not feeling it, it's not working. Sometimes it can be what we can feel. Now bringing your attention down to your hands, give them a gentle rub, hold them. Again, you might sense or tingling or cool. And again, this is an Kundalini is into center, away from left, right. Finally, what's the most important thing? How do you feel inside? Feeling? Do you have a sense of peace, of perhaps joy? And these are all the qualities of your own Kundalini. Some of our regular meditations help 2 hours. There are also candles up the back for our regular people, and you can set up your own candle. So we'll just take a few minutes. To do that, and we'll just listen to some music while we get ready.
आनंदाच्या उर्मी अंतरी बहेरी, आनंदाच्या उर्मी अंतरी बहेरी, चैतन्याचा सागरी, चैतन्याच्या सागरी आम्ही मारुदुवी, चैतन्याच्या सागरी, चैतन्याच्या सागरी आम्ही मारुदुवी, ज्ञान ते रंगले, ज्ञान ते रंगले सहस्रारद्वारे. Adishakti Nirmala, Adishakti Nirmala, Atakaryakari, Adishakti Nirmala, Adishakti Nirmala, Atakaryakari, Dhyanate Rangale, Sahasrara Dwari, Dhyanate Rangale, Sahasrara Dwari. Yogi Raja Tale, Sadhu Santa Ale, Yogi Raja Tale, Sadhu Santa Ale, Aila Pratile, Aila Pratile, Adya Chakravari, Aila Pratile, Aila Pratile, Adya Chakravari, Dhyanate Rangale, Sahasrara Dwari, Dhyanate Rangale, Sahasrara Dwari. Dalla blaua begi, nakora hoturi, bala dawa begi, nahora hoturi, swarupa sakshata, swarupa sakshata, tuja tat samori, swarupa sakshata. Swarupa Sakshata Tuja Tat Samori Dhyanate Rangale Sahasrara Chihigang Saga Chaitanya Ananta Supi Mona Ananta Swarupi Sahasrari Mukina Geta Namageta Himala Mukina Geta Geta Hita Teranga Dhyana Dhyana
Before we start, is there any done? Great. Home and candle, you can meditation, chakras. So as Pranav mentioned, we have three channels, and when we are in the present, when our thoughts are greatly reduced. So if we work on our left channel and we work on our right channel, we will come into the center. So I've mentioned when you're very emotional, attached to the past, it's very calm, very good. Don't use it for the left. We can use the candle. The simplest way you use it is just putting your hand in your right hand, putting the candle underneath your left hand. And because our chakras are all representations, simple action will begin to clear this left channel. And slowly begin to move away from this overly state and take your attention away from what happened in the past, years ago or minutes ago. And while we do this, we can also ask our Kundalini to help us. In our heart, we can say, Mother Kundalini, please clear my channel. We're all here together. Next energy center or chakra is on our left hip. You can place the candle. Please wearing a puffy jacket. And here on the left hip, we it's the Kundalini. Please establish the We can now move the candle up our stomach. Say, now move the candle whole left channel. Only work on one channel. If we that we Mother Kundalini, please open my heart. Full. We can now and here we can see Kundalini. Please take away any feelings of guilt I hold within me. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. Now, as our left channel crosses over between our eyebrows to the left side of the head, we're now going to place the candle on the left side. Oh no, my mistake. On the right side, sorry. On the right side of the head. And this is very helpful to take away any memories that keep you locked in the past. Anything that's happened to you that you can't let go of. So here we can say, Mother Kundalini, please take away any unhelpful memories. Now, keeping your candle where it is, just turn your head round to the left. So now your candle is positioned at the back of the head. And again, this chakra is related to the past. It's where we store all the actions of our past and the effects of these actions. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, please release me from my past. Now to finish off, we can sweep the candle along the whole path of the left channel. So from the back of the head, down to the left shoulder, down to the left hip. And as you do it, try to keep as thoughtless as you can, because all these techniques work better when there are no thoughts. Because when there are no thoughts, we are completely connected to the divine power and connected to our spirit. We can now blow out our candle and we'll sit in thoughtless awareness. So keeping your eyes closed, if you need to bring your attention once more above your head, just lightly touch the top of your head and lift up. Bringing your attention inside. And try to connect to that silence between your thoughts, that space between your thoughts. Now, keeping in that meditative state, we're going to get ready for the next session, which will be the foot soaks. So those newer people, just sit and relax and enjoy the silence. We'll have a little bit of music while we get all the foot soaks ready. The regular meditators, if there are extra foot soaks up the front, and also some foot soaks down the back. So we can get some extra buckets ready, and there's some already made. It will take us about 5 minutes to get ready.
Pradaye Namah Mahaganeshaye Namah Pradaye Namah Mahaganeshaye Namah Adipurushaye Namah Purvagoshitaye Namah Adipurushaye Namah Purvagoshitaye Namah Shanta Shuddha Purna Nitya Purantanaye Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Shama Pradaye Namah Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Yeshu Christaye Namah Yoga Swarupaye Namah Yeshu Christaye Namah Yoga Swarupaye Namah Yoga Tumaye Namah Nitya Muktaye Namah Yoga Thamaye Namah Nitya Muktaye Namah Omkara Chaitanya Govisitaye Krishna Sutaye Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Shama Pradaye Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Purna Sahajogi Namah Adi Sahajogi Namah Purna Sahajogi Namah Adi Sahajogi Namah Shrestha Sahajogi Namah Param Sahajogi Namah Shrestha Sahajogi Namah Param Sahajogi Namah Kalki Prakashak Agni Tapasvi Agnyasharakta Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Shama Pradaye Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Namaste Yeshu Namaste Yeshu Mahavishnave Namah Mahavishnave Namah Mahavishnave Namah
Welcome again to this Sahaja Yoga program. Do you know about these energy centers in your Sahaja Yoga programs? Anybody knows the energy centers we have in the central channel? Who knows? Please raise your hands. So briefly, we talked about the left channel, right channel, and the central channel. We can see some energy centers. There are 7 energy centers. We talked about the Muladhara chakra right now. And there are these 7 energy centers which are connected to our physical organs. And that chakras, that energy centers are called as the chakras. And we are made with the 5 elements. All these chakras also having the elements. We learn how to clear the left channel with the candle, because the left channel is the moon channel, and it gets freeze when we use a lot emotionally. When we use more, we go to the emotion sides, then it get freezed and it get clear with the candle. We did it right few moments before. Now we are using our right channel. We are doing so much work. We have using our planning brain and become hot. The right side become hot. It is called a sun channel. In the actions, this right side get hot, and the water element is very good for clearing the cool down the right channel. The 5 elements we know. We have earth element, we have fire element, air element, ether element, and water element. All chakras are connected with these 5 elements. Let's see. The Muladhara chakra, that's the first element, is representing the earth element. And we know we took a salt water. The salt is representing the earth element. So we are helping the earth to clear our chakra. Second chakra we have, that is called the Swadhisthana chakra. Quality is creativity. It representing the fire element. We keep the fire element here as a candle. The third chakra we have, that is called the Nabhi chakra. And the quality is the satisfaction, peace. And it represents the water element. We are having the water. So clear that chakra, we are taking the help of water element. The fourth chakra, we are having the heart chakra. And we know it is representing the air element. We are having the air surrounding us. So this air element is helping to clear our heart chakra. The fifth chakra is called a Vishuddhi chakra, and the quality is the collectivity, the communication, and it represents the ether element. We have the surrounding with the ether. The communication, we know the cordless mobile phones, how we are connecting through the ether. So the surrounding ether is helping to clear this Vishuddhi chakra. The sixth chakra we are having, that is called a light. The light means the whatever is we can see. That tej or light is representing the Agya chakra. That is also we are having. Seventh chakra is the Sahasrara chakra. That is the integration. Now, through this foot soaking, we are actually clearing all our subtle system, our right channel. What we have to do, take a water up to the ankle. The water which we are taking, that is according to that atmosphere. Now these are the cold days, so we can take the little warm water so that we can bear the, otherwise we can get easily the cold. So the water up to the ankle, we have to take 1 handful, we have to put the sea salt in it. We keep 1 clear water mug next to us to wash our feet at the end. At the beginning, we have to rotate. Now we start this foot soaking. We have to rotate our hand on the top of the water 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why we do this? Everything has a reason. When we got our self-realization, our Kundalini is awakened. Nervous system started enlightening, and the hands are representing the we can receive the vibrations through. And what we are doing, we are vibrating this plain water into the vibrated water. When it gets vibrated, it is help to clear our circle system. That's why this process is very important. We have to rotate 7 times. Seven number is very important. Again, we have 7 energy centers. After that, we have to keep both feet. We have to put the feet in the water. Both hands on the lap, palm face upwards. In this foot soaking, there are so many ways to do the foot soaking. We can sit for a while, like 5-10 minutes like that, closing eyes, keeping attention on Sahasrara, on top of the head. We can do the balancing, which we learn in the centers. Otherwise, we will do right now, how to do the balancing. We know the left channel is the emotional channel. We become more lethargic, more heavy. That heaviness is get clear by the earth element. We keep our right hand towards earth. Now we keep our eyes closed, keeping attention on top of our head. We affirm here, Mother Kundalini, please absorb all the heaviness, all the lethargy, all our past, all our emotions. From our left channel into the Mother Earth. We may feel something going into the Mother Earth. We bring our right hand on the lap, palm facing upwards. Slowly open your eyes. The right side, which is the sun channel, which is the action, cleared by the ether element. We bend our left hand at elbow, the fingers facing upwards. We close our eyes, keeping attention on top of the head. Here we affirm, Mother Kundalini, please absorb all the excess heat, all our ego, all our reactions, all our negative thoughts from our right channel into the ether element. We may feel something going from the left hand to the ether. We bring back our left hand on the lap, palm facing upwards. Slowly we open our eyes. We keep our left hand on lever. Lever is on our right side. We have to palpate the last rib on the right side, and we have to place our palm below that on the right side. The lever is always on the right side. Left hand on the right side. We are using a brain, and brain get exhaust. The liver is the organ who provides the fat tissue to the brain. How much we use the brain, that much liver get hot and our attention gets scattered. So the liver is the seat of attention. When we have wobbly attention, we have to cool down the liver. This way, the left hand is representing the moon channel. So we are cooling down, we are giving the coolness of moon to our river. We again close our eyes. Attention on top of our head. Here we affirm, Mother Kundalini, please cool down our attention. We have to press and little hard to the liver. Left hand back on lap, palm facing upwards. We keep our right hand on forehead. We rest our forehead on palm. Here we affirm, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. forgive myself. We place our right palm on top of our head, fingers stretching up backwards. Press it hard. Here we affirm, Mother Kundalini, please establish us in our self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please establish us in our self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please establish us in our self-realization. Right hand on lap, palm facing upwards. When you are ready, open your eyes. Now we rinse our feet. One foot up. Another foot. Another foot. When we rinse our feet, after that, we have to again 7 times rotate a hand. At the end, we rotate our hand. Why? When these elements clear our subtle system, we have to lock that negativity, that problems in the water. That's why we are rotating our hand 7 times. And after this, we have to flush it in toilet. We will do right later. We'll keeping this foot soak water aside and we'll meditate on music for 5 minutes. Both hands on lap. We close our eyes. we will do this foot soak every day. Night time is beautiful time because whole day we are doing many things. And when we do this, we'll get the good sleep. It has.
Thank you, Nayana. And thank you to everyone who has come round and helped with the foot soak buckets. We're now going to finish off the program by listening to a talk from the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Srimataji Nirmala Devi. In this talk, Srimataji speaks about the importance of thoughtless awareness. When our channels are balanced, as we've done today, it is much easier to reach that state where there is no thought, but we are still aware of what happens around us. And in this talk, Srimataji says that only 1 minute or 1 second of thoughtlessness will make a change to you. So while we listen to Srimataji's talks, we keep our attention at the top of the head, try and stay as thoughtless as we can. Sometimes when you first listen to Srimataji's talks, you may not pick up every word, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you stay in thoughtless awareness and her words will have an effect on you.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, such a blessing it is for you that you cannot be cheated, because also you are looked after by the Divine, guided all the time by the Divine. Have faith in the Divine. Have faith in the Divine. That's very important, as you have faith in a candle. Have faith that the Divine will give you the light, will guide your path, will take you to the right place to do the right things. I mean, so many of these experiences are with you. I need not tell you how much people have written to me, how they found things working out. Despite all that, we are collective, we are nice to each other, we don't tell lies, We don't try to destroy anyone. That means we are much above all human failings. And this is only because of the light. You can see where you are faltering. It's just you see for yourself. For that, I think meditation is the most important thing in such. Every day you should do meditation. Those who do not do meditation are capable of falling down. Because meditation is like putting oil into the lamp. Those who do not meditate think they can do without it are sadly mistaken. They have to meditate morning and evening. The problem is everything comes so handy, so simple, that they don't understand that meditation is very important. Many people. Not you, but there are many I know who get realization, don't meditate. And their style is different. Their nature is different. Meditation is such a soothing thing, it's such a beautiful way of connection with the divine, that all your problems get solved in that meditative mood. If you are not meditating, you are not following meditation, then maybe your light will go down. It won't give sufficient light. It's important, very important, to find out about yourself, about others, in the meditation. How to do meditation, many people ask. Don't do anything. To just go into thoughtless awareness. Try to go to the thoughtless awareness. If you can get into that condition of thoughtless awareness, you've done your job. Because that's the point where you are with the truth, with the reality, with the joy, with everything that is so fundamental. When you meditate, try not to make some sort of a function out of it. No. Meditation is something silencing yourself, silencing your thoughts, and going to that deep ocean which is within you itself. But supposing you don't do that, if you don't meditate, I can make out immediately those who are meditating and those who are not. It's not difficult for me. Those who do not meditate are always hesitating. They are confused. They can't understand. And that's why meditation is the most important thing in search. Just like a light burns with the electricity flowing in it, you can say, or because of the candles. In the same way, meditation is a continuous availability of the divine force. That will reduce all your apprehensions. Not only that, but takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things. And when you are meditating like that, thoughtless awareness, then you will be amazed how you are helped from within and without. It's a terrible power that works, this thoughtless awareness. So those who do not meditate cannot go very much far with the advantage of Sahaja Yoga. One should try to meditate and go up to the point of thoughtless awareness. So, what happens to you? If you are in thoughtless awareness, what happens to you? Is that you get the confidence, complete confidence of divinity. You know you have that. I have seen children coming from our school in Dharamshala, extremely confident and extremely humble. And I asked them, what do you do? They said, Father, we meditate. We meditate at school in the evening, and that meditation helps. Imagine these small children can say that. So why not you also understanding that meditation will give you security. It will give you a real enlightenment and a complete connection with the divine. Without the connection of the divine, what's the use of doing surgery? I know the people who are meditating, who have gone down into their being and who are very developed. Also, I know people who are little superficial. Your depth is in thoughtless awareness. It's a very important point which you should reach. Looking at anything, if you are thoughtlessly aware, then you really become reflective about it. Just works out that way. I don't know how far you can remain in that condition. But even for a second you can achieve it. You start achieving it more and more. I've talked so much about meditation before, but today when I see all these candles burning, I think they are all meditative. They are all in meditation. And that's how they are burning. In the same way, such yogis who meditate, I know. And those who don't, I know. And if they have problems, I know why the problems are there. Main thing is your connection with the divine is only possible when you meditate and become thoughtlessly aware. That's the point where divine works. It helps. It comes to your help in such a way that you don't know how you have achieved it. So thoughtless awareness is the first point, all of you. Very important. After that, we can achieve something else. But the first step is thoughtless awareness. It's very important to become thoughtlessly aware, because then there are no thoughts coming from the left or right, from the present or the future. Just in the present, you are there. It's something you all have. It's not that I'm saying that to you, but all of you have this. But steady yourself. You have to steady yourself at thoughtless awareness. How long? That's not the point. The point is once you touched it, you will go on touching it. Many people meditate, but their thought process is going on. They are not thoughtlessly silent. Now, this is the one point which is very important. If you have to grow, you should be absolutely in connection with the divine through thoughtless awareness. You don't have to pray. You don't have to call anyone. Nothing. It just works because it is within you. All these thoughts are bombarding from both the sides in your mind. These thoughts that are coming to you have no meaning with you. They do not substantiate yourself. You are an ocean. And you have to get into that state of thoughtless awareness. It is always described in all the great books, but not so clearly as I am telling you. I don't say that some of you do not get thoughtless awareness, so they are good for nothing. No. But please try. You can all get into that state of thoughtless awareness. Even for a second, if you get it, it's a very good idea. Then you go on increasing that second. I think it's a reflecting mind. When you look at something, you can become thoughtlessly aware. And then your mind reflects to the depth of what you see. That's how you all will become really very creative surgeons.
Before we open our eyes, let's find that space of silence within us, that space between our thoughts. And know that we can go to that silence anytime, whether we are meditating, or we are at work, wherever we are, we can find that silence. And know when you're in that silence, you are who you're meant to be. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. In Sahaja Yoga, we start and finish every meditation with something called raising our kundalini and putting on a bandhan. And the purpose of doing this is to keep in that meditative state even when we're not meditating. It keeps our attention above our thoughts and helps to protect the qualities of our chakras. So we'll do that together. If you've never done it before, I'll show you how to do it. You put your left hand out in front of you. Use your right hand to rotate. And we tie one knot. And then again. Two knots. And then the last time, 3 knots. And now we will put our protection on each of our energy centers. So we start with our left hand by our left hip. We use our right hand to go all the way over and all the way back. We do this 7 times, once for each energy center. Thank you to everyone who joined today. Your presence is very important, whether you joined online or here in the hall. As Sri Mataji said, meditating every day is very important. To help you meditate every day, we have a flyer at the back of the room with all details of our website. On that website is a lot of information about Sahaja Yoga, information about classes in your local area, and there's also details about Zoom meditations and recorded meditations. So try to make that time every day, about 10 minutes every day. It's a really good way to start. Doesn't matter when you do it during the day, choose the time that works for you. All right, is there any questions at all? Lovely. There's lots of meditators in the room who would be happy to speak to you. We have one more, bit more music. We'll have one more, it's a bit more music.